As many of you know, the term DJ is short for disc jockey. The disc in the term disc jockey refers to a disc-shaped vinyl record. The disc-shaped vinyl record was an invention of Emil Berliner. In the year 1877, Thomas Edison invented the turntable, which was then called the phonograph. The term phonograph is derived from the Greek words phono for sound and graph for writing. The invention of the turntable forever changed the way people listened to music and the way music was created. As we talked about, the term disc jockey is derived from the disc record. Now, the vinyl records were available to consumers as well, but the DJ was a person who was responsible for bringing out the new material played on the radio stations. Shown here is DJ Saint using a traditional DJ setup of 2 turntables and a mixer. Radio stations and a few consumers use reel-to-reel tape also. The vinyl record is unique because it was widely used by both professional and consumer users. The vinyl record and turntable are also important because it was the first time in history people could listen to recorded music in their own homes. Because of this, the vinyl records and the DJs, of course, were very influential in the beginning of the music industry as we now know it. As we mentioned earlier, Thomas Edison is the inventor of the phonograph, or a turntable. Thomas Edison's phonograph, however, played a cylinder-shaped record rather than a disc-shaped record. The disc-shaped record was invented by Emil Berliner. Berliner actually approached Thomas Edison's people about creating or designing a turntable to play his record, which was actually declined by Thomas Edison's people. They did not want to play the disc record. The Thomas Edison turntable was actually designed for taking dictation rather than playing music. There wasn't actually any intention on Edison's part of using or having his phonograph used to play music. So Berliner then approached E.R. Johnson, or Eldridge Reeves Johnson, who was a native of Dover, Delaware. E.R. Johnson is the inventor of the continuous playing turntable and the founder of legendary Victor Records. This is the Johnson Victrola Museum in Dover, Delaware. This museum recognizes the works of E.R. Johnson as an inventor and also acknowledges his contributions to the recording industry. Let's look at some of the early model turntables invented by E.R. Johnson and also some of the early recording innovations that he is noted for.
This is the Blue Danube. Now the first, I'm just going to play a piece of it. Recording is done acoustically, just using the horn. Okay. See if you can hear it changing the quality of sound. And all the sound is being muffled in with this one big horn. So there's no differentiation necessarily into the types of instruments.
Right. It sounds like it's like a merged sound.
It doesn't sound that bad, but still, okay. Now, it's still also done by the same orchestra. This is the Philadelphia Symphony Orchestra, so it's the very same orchestra as the 20th. This was done orthophonically using the
Several microphones.
This is one of E.R. Johnson's greatest innovations, the orthophonic recording method, which basically, as opposed to the acoustic recording method, used several microphones attached to several different instruments to record and produce sound, as opposed to recording out of one microphone, which was the acoustic method, to record a richer sound.
And as I said before, just now you can put instruments in front of the horn section and some in front of the string section, so you could do it that way. Before, as I said, it was all muffled in. So sometimes you can hear it even more so than even this recording. But this revolutionized the way people could hear sound. So now you could buy a record because you couldn't always get this sound on the radio anymore. So people started to be interested in buying records again.
Right.
And of course, after this, the next change, and actually records would have been your 45s and your 33s. That was after Johnson's time.
We talked about the Johnson part of the Johnson Victrola Corporation. Where does the term Victrola come from? It's documented that E.R. Johnson really liked the name Victor, thinking it was a very strong name. And the Ola part of Victrola is,
OLA is a fancy way of saying that you heard of crayons, Crayola, so this was it. So Victrola became the terminology for this machine. People immediately liked this. I mean, it's so much more compact, it's easier to maintain. So this became the #1 type of style he sold was Victrolas. He made it. And the one at the bottom right, of course, is the very first Johnson model, Type A Victor, that came out in 1901.
In 1985, during the Grammy ceremonies, E.R. Johnson was honored with the Trustees Award for his invention of the first motor for a disc talking machine to operate at a uniform speed. The Academy said that this development transformed the talking machine from a scientific toy to a commercial article of great value.
We got this Grammy Award. Of course, the Grammy Award is named after gramophone, which is basically what the machine looks like.